cheesy fam, it's me, CaseyQuesadilla again, and I wanted to film this video because I have been MIA for quite a while. So I really wanted to just kind of fill you guys in what was happening. I started school again and I wanted to make sure I wasn't overwhelmed, so I focused on my schoolwork, and you know, everything's going great. I have 100% in the class that I'm taking right now, which to me is so amazing and so great. I'm so happy about it. Let's see what else has happened since then. I took a trip to Virginia. I wound up getting super sick, and when I was gonna film a video is when I had food poisoning or some kind of stomach virus that was going around. It was awful. And then after that, I just kind of like, I had like moments of where I was like, should I? Do I even have anything to talk about? All this stuff. And I was like, maybe I should just write a blog post. Didn't do that either until, when did I post that? Until later. I wound up posting my first blog post within, after like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 months of being gone from that, after we wound up having to put our dog Sam to sleep. Sam had cancer. He had a mass. They don't know 100% that it was cancer, but he had a mass on his lungs, and they said the most humane thing, without having to go through all the tests, which would wind up just giving him stress and everything like that, the most humane thing to do was to put him to sleep. So that's what we wound up doing. My mom and I went on a Wednesday when I was off, and we went and we did that. It was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, and I wish that there was something I could have done to not have to have done that he could have lived a full life and, you know, went to sleep here and wound up passing away that way. But I am glad that we were allowed to be with him when it happened. You know, he never went a day without knowing how much he was loved. Even my brother, who lives in Florida, whenever he would come to visit, he would love on him and he would give him, you know, oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long, all these kind of things. And so, you know, Sam, like I said, he never knew a day where he was unloved, because it wasn't true. Even when he was found, the people that found him and brought him back to health and then brought him to us, they loved him till the day he left to come with us. And having to tell that woman that he wound up having to be put to sleep, it broke my heart too, because I knew how much she cared about him. But anyways, off of that topic. So something else also happened to me recently, and I made a blog post about it. I'm not going to talk about it too much because I did write about it. But that's something else that happened, and it made it difficult for me to really want to do anything for the last couple of days. And then I realized after I posted those blog posts that, you know, and I knew this from the get-go, it wasn't my fault, anything that happened. Like, I'll go ahead and tell you guys that I was harassed at work. And that is one thing that happened. Something else happened at work, and it's in that blog post, and like I said, I'll post it in the comments, in the description box below, because I want anybody to read it, because it was very therapeutic to be able to write, because of exactly what went down, and knowing that my employer and the director that works with me, that I wasn't blamed for anything, which I knew that they wouldn't, because, you know, there are certain situations your body just doesn't know how to handle, and that was one of the ones for me. I knew they wouldn't be like, you know, upset that anything happened, or they wouldn't like try to blame it on me. I knew that, but for some reason I was just terrified to talk about it. And after it happened, when I started to lose sleep that night, that's when I got pissed off. And so anyways, it's all in the blog posts, and like I said, I'll link them in the description below. But I just wanted to let you guys know, I may not be posting as much, but I plan on writing blogs a whole lot more. I've come up with a system actually that's a lot better than what I was doing. I was trying to force myself to write. I was trying to force myself to write scripts, and I was just trying to force all this stuff that I really shouldn't have been trying to force. And so I have an entire notebook dedicated to writing blog posts, and to where I can plan them out ahead of time. And I actually have a binder set up to do so as well. But bear with me when I try to get my bearings back, because I want this to succeed, because I want to spread awareness about all these different things that I'm not learning about because I became a victim of. Which I always knew about, but I never knew the actual feeling that people have gone through, if that makes sense. But now that I do, I feel like I can make much of a better difference, much more of a difference now than I would have been just making awareness known. You know, I can use my power of writing to describe, I guess, what people go through, and for people to know that even if it's something minuscule as just being harassed, it's still terrifying. It may not be to the level that a lot of people would be like, oh my god, that's not okay, but it's still terrifying to happen. For you to basically do everything in your power to make someone go away because you're uncomfortable, and for them to non-stop be there because they don't want to take no for an answer, is absolutely terrifying. And that's something that I went through, and I absolutely hated it each time. Like it to happen more. It happened one time, but you know, it felt like it lasted for hours, and it probably was within the span of like 30-40 minutes, which it just lasted. It felt like it lasted for a lifetime. So, you know, I want to use those experiences, and I really want to be able to help in any way that I can, because now I know, like, I knew how horrible it must have felt, but now I know for sure how horrible it feels and how awful it is, because as minuscule as it was, it did happen, and it was terrifying. And so I just wanted to tell you guys that. I wanted to let you guys know that I may not be posting as much, and I know that I've always said, you know, well, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that. First and foremost, what comes to me and what winds up being important is schoolwork, actual work, and having a social life, which I actually have had recently as well. I have a friend that I actually work with, and she and I hang out quite a bit. And it's been nice to be able to have someone to actually hang out with. And I actually found out that one of my friends from high school, she actually is still here. I thought she moved away when we graduated, so it was really cool knowing that she's still here and I can possibly hang out with her as well. Anyways, that was it. I didn't want this to be super long like all my other videos because I babble on and on and on. But anyways, I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update, and I wanted to let you guys know I'm okay. But I would like it if you guys did read that blog post, because I feel like it's important for, if you know somebody that's gone through something similar or gone through something worse than what I've gone through, to let them read it and to let them know that they have a lifeline that they can reach out to if they ever need to talk to somebody. So yeah, that's it. And I'll talk to you guys later. Stay cheesy, my friends. Bye!